Good afternoon, I'm Jess Del Santos. This is One News Now. China's placed the Philippines in its tourism blacklist due to issues hounding the POGO industry. Senate President Mig Zubiri said that Chinese Ambassador Wang Xilian disclosed this to him in a meeting on Monday. Zubiri said that China is now discouraging its tourists from going to the Philippines to prevent them from getting involved in illegal POGO activities. The Senate President said this is also the reason why the country is seeing a significant drop in Chinese tourists. According to data from the Tourism Department, tourist arrivals from China dropped to just 22,000 this year, down from 1.2 million in 2019. Now, the camp of former Senator Lila De Lima says they have not yet received any formal offer to have her put under house arrest. De Lima's legal counsel, attorney Rolly Pioro, told Frontline tonight that they welcome the initial offers and sentiments to transfer the former senator to a safer facility. But as of now, no formal offer has yet been made.
Malugod ho naming kinasasaya yan, no, na may mga ganyang pag-uusap at mga balita, pero sa totoo lang ho, wala pa ho kaming formal na...
Gives President Marcos a passing grade in his first 100 days in office. Pimentel told the big story that the president had some hits and misses in appointing his cabinet men, which resulted in resignations. 3 high-ranking cabinet officials resigned last week, including Marcos Jr.'s longtime aide Vic Rodriguez. Pimentel said, though, that the missteps could be attributed to birth pains. However, he did urge President Marcos to appoint a full-time agriculture secretary to help resolve several issues in the sector.
Okay, yung focus. The focus must be on agriculture, agricultural productivity, food production. But then if you appoint a secretary, therefore may katulong ka. Diba? Given the sugar fiasco, it would have been an eye-opener that he needs to appoint a full-time secretary of agriculture.
Mobile phone users will now be required to register their SIM cards after President Marcos signed the SIM registration law. Maricel Halili with the details.
The SIM card registration bill has been signed into law. This aims to address the proliferation of spam text messages and scammers.
We will soon be able to provide law enforcement agencies the tools needed to resolve crimes perpetrated with the use of these SIM cards, as well as providing a strong deterrence against the commission of wrongdoing.
Under the said law, all SIM cards, whether prepaid or postpaid, must be registered.
I think the prescribed time has still to be set by NTC and with the consultation with the telcos. I say they have to prepare their systems, they have to prepare their people in order to do this.
Consumers are also required to present valid IDs to direct sellers upon purchase of a new SIM card. Telcos are also directed to maintain a registration record of their subscribers. That's on top of submitting a list of authorized agents to the NTC, which must also be updated quarterly. Anyone who fails to comply with the rules will have their SIM cards deactivated, while those who will use false information in registering their SIM card will be penalized. For News 5, Maricel Halili, We Are One News.
More stories after this short break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Jess Del Santos. The Luzon grid will likely be placed under red and yellow alerts early next year due to tight power supply. Shaila Francisco has the report.
We're still a few months away from ringing in 2023, but as early as now, the Energy Department already warns of tight power supply for next year, especially during the dry or summer months. The DOE issued this projection on the assumption that the 1,200 megawatt Ilian gas-fired plant will still remain not operational by 2023.
It shows several yellow alerts and the possibility of red alerts in 2023. The capacity usually falls in May and June because, of course, our hydros in Luzon are unable to deliver at this particular point. These are the ones that we are attending to with a sense of urgency, and which is to plan for how to bridge this particular gap.
The National Grid Corporation of the Philippines raises yellow alert to indicate that the grid has thin power reserves. Red alert, meanwhile, signals insufficient electricity supply, which could result in outages. To prevent this, the DOE is banking on natural gas facilities to boost supply and the use of more renewable energy supply. Meralco, for its part, is also preparing in case power firms under San Miguel Corporation decide to terminate its power supply deals, which could worsen supply woes. This comes after the Energy Regulatory Commission rejected the request of South Premier Power Corporation and San Miguel Energy Corporation, as well as Meralco, to temporarily hike their power rates in a bid to recover a portion of their losses amid surging petroleum prices.
And the commitment is to continue supplying us under protest. Now, very difficult to really speculate on what will transpire next. But in any eventuality, as we have mentioned in the past, we are preparing for that kind of a scenario by entering into emergency power supply agreements at the same time, if need be, to supply our more than 7 million customers, because obviously, we cannot disrupt service.
In the meantime, the power distributor is rolling back its power rate by 7 centavos per kilowatt hour this month on the back of lower generation charges and lower feed-in tariff allowance. A household consuming 500 kilowatt hours can see a reduction of 37 pesos in their power bills. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
Now in weather, Tropical Depression Maymay has maintained its strength as it approaches the Luzon landmass. Pag-asa last spotted its center some 285 kilometers east of Casiguran, Aurora. It is packing maximum wind speeds of 45 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 55 kilometers per hour. Maymay is expected to make landfall over Aurora or Quezon by Wednesday. It will then traverse central Luzon, at which point it may weaken into a low-pressure area. Wind signal number 1 is up over Aurora, Isabela, Quirino, and Nueva Vizcaya, as well as Nueva Ecija and the extreme northern portion of Quezon, including Polillo Islands. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com